know in a second. If it says we are, we are. How about that?
Alright.
Because we'll be up here talking about everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then I didn't hit the live button, so we're seeing if
Yeah.
I'm live, people. Let's see here.
Let's see. Because
Alright.
I'm still waiting for it to refresh on my end.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have to leave out of. Yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ying meets Yang of Gaming. Had to wait a few minutes for my side to load up here. Let's see here. Did it start a whole new one?
Not sure, but I'm not seeing it pop up on your channel.
Yeah, I'm live on my channel. It did a whole nother thing. Yeah, I'm live. Let's see here. It did something totally weird that I did not anticipate it doing.
That's why I'm always like, check. Let's check first. But that's the same thing that me and Moss went through. It could be Windows 10. I'm telling you, some crazy
Uh-huh.
stuff has been happening. You have it going to Twitch too, or just YouTube?
Twitter and YouTube. Um, and there's no damn edit. It started a whole new stream for some reason.
Oh wow! And I have no idea how to use Restream.
You're fine. There we go. That should fix it. You should see another tweet from me.
With another link.
Mm-hmm. I gotta
Well,
figure.
still,
I gotta figure out how to fix that. All right. There we go. Let's see here. Retweet. All right. Let's see here. Two are watching now. Are you in here?
yeah, I'm in here. We
All
had
right.
five at one point.
Yeah, that's because for some reason it went somewhere else. So what I need to do is go over here and paste. Told people to go there. All right, cool. All right. So let's see here. Let's give it a few minutes for people to show up.
Oh,
Ah,
we can go ahead and kick it off, and then when they join in because I mean, we can. Oh, you can wait to 6:05 though. Yeah.
no, no, no,
So are
no.
we
We're
live
live.
now or not
Yeah,
live? Oh,
we're
okay. I was about to
live.
say. Oh, all right, cool. I was about to say. I'm
Yeah, we're
confused.
live.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
what's good? Cause
we're.
see, I'm looking at your channel and I don't see the stream. That's the thing.
Uh huh. I'm seeing it.
Oh, all right. I'm looking at the logo, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the stream itself. Hey, Fatal Sherrod, how are you doing? How's your Sunday going so far? You pre-ordering any graphics cards yet?
Got it. All right. Now, okay, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Uh,
It's always
yeah.
something. So, always, hey, that just shows you. That's the good luck
Man,
charm right there. You know.
man, you know how it is. There's always something going on. All right, so
Yep.
thank you for coming back for another episode of Ying Meets Yang of Gaming. Sorry about last week. We had some issues come up where we could not go live. It's okay though. It gave us another week to prepare for things. Um, This week, we're going to just have random talk. We're 1 month out from next gen consoles. So we need to talk about all of this. Storm, how have you been this week?
Man, I've been pretty good. I can't lie to you. There's a lot going on with gaming. Like there's so much news to take in. I just can't. It's hard to keep up. With now with the addition of the cloud platform and cloud services being added to what we've already had, the existing consoles and PC and everything, I'm just like, wow. I don't even know. Don't know when to stop. I can't stop. You know what I mean? I'm making content myself. It's just been a whole lot going on, and I've been playing a lot of games too, Bunny. So, um, between all of that right there is just like whoa. And it's not a bad thing though. It's not a bad thing. I just have to pace myself because I can overdo it sometimes.
As we
That's
all
about it.
can.
But I'm,
As
I'm, I'm definitely excited about all the consoles and everything that's getting ready to drop in a month or whatever. And we'll get into it later on because I still feel like I'm so confused. I've never been this confused when it came to trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as purchasing, what I want to cop the Xbox Series X day one, PlayStation 5 day one, both of them day one. You know what I mean? So, like I said, there's so much to talk about. You're gonna have to make sure you snatch the mic back from me at times tonight.
to be honest with you, let's be honest. If you're having like how I treat choices like that, because you right now don't know which one you want, this, that, and the other. If I'm that indecisive about something, then I just wait because something is telling you to be that indecisive. Something may come out about these consoles that you don't like, and if you've already rushed and bought one, then you're stuck with it. I mean, that's if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But the fact that you are this indecisive, something's telling you in your gut to be this indecisive.
And okay, so that's part of it. But at the same time, right? Let me say, I have to say, because, all right, if you look at the fact that you're talking about the most powerful console in the world again with the Series X, and then now they have a little brother with the S, you know what I mean, at 299. Okay. So I just copped this TV, the Samsung Q80, just for this next generation of gaming, whether that be PC, if I can get my hand on the RTX card. So that's another dynamic right here, Bunny. The PC side of things, you got in Nvidia just dropped that RTX 3000 series, the 3080 and 3090, right?
Mm-hmm.
AMD is on the cusp of dropping their 6000 series. They just told us about their CPUs, Bunny. And I know you don't care about all the tech talk and all that. You just want something that works for you, and that's all you care about. But I'm into all of this stuff. You get what I'm saying? I might
Now,
look. I can go from bashing Xbox to bashing PlayStation and talking about my concerns with Stadia and GeForce Now, all this stuff, right? And then I come right back to the realization that these platforms will all be offering me something,
okay, so
exclusive games or
let me
or
let,
Game Pass, and you know
let
what I
me
mean, PS
ask you
Now and all this
this.
stuff.
But
Yeah,
let me
what's up?
ask you this. Let's keep it 100.
Because I'm hyped right now. You got to
All
keep me
right.
calm. I'm hyped.
Xbox had the most powerful console this gen, and what did they give you with it?
Well, they gave me a lot. See, they gave me a lot. I can't lie. I won't lie. I got a lot. I'm not happy right now because I'm having an HDMI issue. I think I'm not getting picture on my One X, and that just
Mm.
started 2 days ago. But it's okay. And see,
Um.
normally I'd be pissed off and I would trash it. I'd be like, man, Xbox, I knew it was that. See, but I can't do that when Xbox is giving me so much goodness. I'm not trying to be
Okay.
the hypocrite, is what I'm saying. Like the consoles give me hours, thousands of hours of gaming time, like just content creation and experiences on Halo and Gears and all these exclusive games and Game Pass, Bunny, and trying XCloud out. Now that I know what the cloud gaming scene is about, just trying that out, right? So this is why I say I'm confused. I've never felt like this before when
Okay.
it comes to gaming. All
Let me
right, go ahead.
ask you this. Okay. You've seen all the tech videos, and we were talking about this before the show. Okay. And you were saying all these old games should be running at 60 frames per second on the Series X.
Yep.
First off, you going to drop money for a new console, which okay, you drop money for a new console. But my thing is you're going to drop money on a new console to play old games in the exact same frame rate as the previous generation.
Well, it won't be the exact same frame rate, and this is the appealing part about the whole
But
thing
you
because you
just
know me,
saw
you know me. I'm
gameplay.
always trying to,
You
I'm always
just
trying to
saw
tell you.
gameplay of it.
But Bunny is different because I'm always saying to you, I don't want to play 30 FPS games, especially shooters,
But you about to
especially
buy
shooters.
but you about to buy a new console. If you get the Series X or the Series S, you about to buy a new console that has for right now bringing back all the old games, and you yourself was just commenting how you don't understand how these games are not running at 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
You
I, s-
yourself just said that.
I,
So I mean, the thing and the tech guy who loves all the, you don't want to play games 30 frames
I
per
don't want to
second.
compromise. I'm
You
tired. I'm
don't,
done compromising. That's why I don't have the
right?
Switch right now.
Yeah, you don't want to do it, but yet here you are contradicting yourself, talking about going out here buying a Series X day one.
But I'm confused, and that's what I said. That's why I said I'm confused, Snow Bunny. I am. I mean, when you think
Hello,
about it, right
Dark.
now, hey, it's a bad situation to be in, right? I got the money to get everything, right? Check it out.
Uh
I
huh.
got the money, got the bread to drop on everything right now. Here's the other problem, Snow Bunny. A part of my confusion comes from the fact that I went online to get the RTX 3080, and it was sold out instantly. I'm talking about I spent half a night, stayed up all damn near all night, waiting to see if I can get lucky and hit that button. And the cards were gone. No, no, see, that's not funny. I know you. I
No,
hope
no,
you're not
no,
laughing at
no,
me.
no. I'm reading what Darklink said in the
Oh, all right,
chat.
because I was about to say, I hope
Hey,
you're not laughing at
Darklink.
me.
No, he said, oh, dang, it's that kind of show. Let's go, sis, dropping the mic.
It's
But,
about to be a. But see, a Bunny knows I got to get my one. I got to get that W before the next generation console drop. I got to get that dub off Bunny because right now she been dragging her brother, and I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? So here's the
I
deal.
mean,
Here's the
how am I,
deal.
wait a minute, how am I dragging you when I'm just repeating back to you what you said
But you're saying it with a
to
smile
me?
on your face. What you smiling for?
I mean, that's the
See what I'm saying?
thing.
That's what I'm talking about with you. I don't want to go on air and tell the people the discussion we had about your PC that I found out about, and I'm up here thinking you don't know anything about PCs, and all of a sudden you tell me you got this MSI and this and that. But I don't
Yeah.
want to go. I won't go into that on air. I won't go on. I won't go into
I
it.
mean,
I
well,
told you I wasn't gonna do it.
most people already know I have an MSI Dominator,
Well, I'm
but I
saying,
don't even understand most of the shit in
and
it, and
that's
I
the
have
problem.
stated that.
And
But my
that's
thing is you up here saying that I'm doing this to you, but I'm repeating back to you your own concerns. And when you hear it from somebody else, when you're saying it out loud, it's not clicking with you. But then when somebody tells you the exact same thing you just said back to them, it starts clicking to you and making sense.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I said it was going to be relaxing. Then I mean, but how can? But see, when you see, I never know what I'm going to get, which side of Snow Bunny I'm going to get. So here's the bottom line. Back for real though, I am confused, Bunny, because see, you have to worry about one option.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Switch because you don't care about the next gen consoles right now because they're not providing you with anything to get you excited right now.
Exactly. Right
Me on the
now, the only thing right now for you that you're getting excited about is the tech. And
yo, I
my
love the
thing,
tech.
I
I
mean, you
love the
love the
tech.
tech, but look at, like I said, look at this gen. Some of these consoles had, like I was just looking at some game that, like, is it Ori and Will of the Wisp?
Yeah.
How is it, like, we don't go by Metacritic scores, but Metacritic scores play a slight difference. How is it that Ori and Will of the Wisp, which is Ori 2, got a better
Mm-hmm.
Metacritic score than the Xbox One X version?
You know what? I don't know, but I know one thing. Ori is a dope game. It's
I mean, it's a
beautiful.
dope
It's something
game and
that
it's
I could definitely
beautiful.
play.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you
but that's
and
the thing. If tech mattered that much, then why is City Project Red out here tweeting about how the Switch version of Ori 2 is in the Game of the Year contender
all right,
and not the Xbox version?
all right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're gonna let them slide. We're gonna let all that. We're not gonna focus on that right now. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna focus on that. Hey, here's the deal. No, for real. The tech matters because without the tech, you're not really enjoying the game. You know what I mean? Everything that you're seeing on this game right here, for example. What game is this? What game
This
is
is
this?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, right?
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't think anything when it comes to the tech. You wouldn't think that this game was filled with technology or different like just all the things the things that go into the making of a video game, right? This game has some dope stuff going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The simple stuff like the water splash right there. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? The oxygen bubbles that she's breathing. Like you see what I'm saying? The raindrops and all that stuff going on, the background, the clouds and everything. That's all technology. That's what I love about these games. And this is just a game that's simplistic to the eye, right?
I mean,
It's
and
not like a
see,
Doom Eternal. It's not a Halo. It's not a Destiny 2. It's not a PUBG or anything. All these other games that's just known to be to wow people, I should say. You know what I mean? This is one of those games that you play to relax and have a good time with friends. It's a social game right here. It's a social game. But
but
it's doing a lot of cool things though. It's doing a lot of cool things. Look at the shadow under your character right there. You
I
see what I'm saying?
mean,
These are
and
the things I
see,
see when I look at these games. So yes, the tech matters to me, but it also contributes to the frustration and the confusion that I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, right now, Xbox One X had some of the best tech this gen.
Okay,
But
and that's what
no,
I'm saying. But my
but
experience was great because of that technology that it had this gen.
but some of the games that came out for that system this gen didn't even utilize the technology.
But some did. You get what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
And so
some
the average consumer won't know the difference anyway. To tell you the truth, they're not going to know how
and
many pixels their TV has in most cases, and how
oh
many
yeah.
polygons the game is pushing, and all this stuff, and what kind of shading and all this stuff that these games are using, and so so it's gonna fly over most people's head. They won't even care about it. Like you don't care. But we were talking about why I'm confused, and
Mhm.
I'm telling you now that I've never had so many. Not only have I never had so many options, I've also never remember. I don't recall a time when so many products were sold out at one time, or it's hard to get your hands on it. And
I
of
mean
course, with the pandemic, that might have something to do with it. I'm sure, but
that's
stuff
what
is delayed all the time.
I mean that is the one thing right now. That whole factor of everything selling out should go out of everybody's brain because right now nothing, my grocery store don't hasn't even fully restocked yet from when all the food sold out. It's got me and my mom thinking that there's an actual food shortage.
Hmm.
Because the
Wow.
thing is we go there one week there's meat. The next week we go there's no meat. Or they might have more chicken than they have beef.
Yeah.
I mean, so that when you said everything is selling out, that's something you need to look at everything else surrounding that also. If you're going into the store and they can't keep stuff in stock when it used to be they used to have an over surplus of stuff. I mean, when we
Yeah.
go into the store, my mom goes in to buy bacon and like we went to the store just yesterday. Trucks came in, they were stocking this, that, and the other. Do you realize that in the bacon aisle where they have like maybe 15 different brands of bacon, they only had two stocked?
Yeah, I do. But see, let's how does that fit into gaming?
That fits into into gaming because that shows, okay, you're saying, well, all these consoles are selling out. Well, it's not the fact that all these consoles are selling out. It's the fact that they don't have us. They cannot build up enough stock.
Right. Okay, but that happens, and we can't say it's all COVID. Like I said, we can't
I
say it's all the
mean,
pandemic and
I
everything
mean, you
because
have to say it's something because you got to think about this. The whole world shut down. The whole world shut down right when those consoles should have been in mass production. You telling me they wait to 2 months before a console launch to start building up a stock base when they know it's already going to be hyped considering PlayStation has as many users as they have?
now you're making me think because people want gameplay. They want to see games running on the PS5. They want to see games running on the Series X.
So
You
you
know what I'm
want to
saying? They
wait.
want those 30-minute gameplay breakdowns, and that's not happening right now. So that right there is concerning.
I
I
mean,
will say that much.
if had the world not shut down 6 months ago, 6 to 8 months ago, we would have had all of that. Think about that. We would have. I mean, like, look at how like Nintendo all of a sudden has a whole bunch of Animal Crossing Switches. They said they couldn't meet the supply and demand when it launched back in February because they were shut down. Their main manufacturing hubs were shut down. And they're also competing with cell phone parts.
Yeah. You sound like you might have something. Do you have anything against ever copping one of these systems though, like the PlayStation and the
No,
Xbox?
no,
Because
I don't have. Let me tell you something. I have no problems. I'm waiting to see what games come out. Nothing they have shown has interested me enough to get one of the two systems.
I'm
I
just
didn't
thinking
I
because
didn't buy the Switch on launch just because it's Nintendo and it's a handheld. By the time I bought my Switch, there was already 5 games I
but there
wanted.
has to be something for Snow Bunny. I'm telling you right now, there has to be something for you on these platforms. I'm not.
Everything that looks interesting to me for these platforms have been pushed back to 2021. And the ones that look interesting on the Series X, I can play on my PC.
Well, speaking of PC, do you have any plans to upgrade or do anything to that PC so that you can play some nice PC games?
Probably. I might do. I'm thinking about dropping another graphics card in it and maybe another. I don't know if I want to drop another SSD in it or if I want to drop a bigger SSD in it, to be honest with you.
All right. Okay. All right. So
I
I
mean,
mean,
see,
because
that's the
we
thing. So that's the thing. Like for me, I don't automatically go out and buy a console just because it's new and it's coming out. You have to show me something that I want to play on it. Like on Xbox One X. I mean, Xbox. The game that looks interesting to me on there is the Medium. But
oh, the medium looks dope.
they didn't already said, hey, it's pushed back to 2021. You can't play it on the One X, and you could buy it on the Windows Store and I think Steam. And I have a Steam account. So why buy a Series X?
All right. Let me ask you this then, just to change up, and then we can come back to this because I never fully answered the question on why I'm really so confused. You know what I'm saying? It goes a lot of depth goes into this right now. And Fugly
Mm-hmm.
just joined. What's going on,
Hey,
Fugly?
Fugly.
Thanks for all the support, man. Each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it
Oh,
be
they're
here, whether it be on
releasing.
Twitter, whether it be on Stadia, where the hell, don't matter where we are. Fugly's always in the building. That's what's up.
They're
Um,
releasing the Medium. He says December 10th. Is that December 10th? Yeah. Oh.
December 10th. Okay, so that's a game that that appeals to you, and it should. It looks dope. It looks like yeah, I can't recall too many games like it.
And I can
So
play it right on my PC.
and you could pay a $299 and you could have your new Series X. And I know you said not to force
Mm,
no preferences on you and all that, no buying decisions and no
but
preferences. Don't
but
force that on me and all that, right?
but
But
why
I'm
buy a
saying, Bunny,
Series X when I can
but
just play it
you're
on
a
my PC?
hard-working individual. You get them checks just like me and everybody else that's out here putting in that work. So 299, Microsoft made it more appealing than ever for you to jump in there.
But
Now I'm just saying, now
why?
you know me,
But
you
wait a
play
minute, wait
devil's
a minute, wait
advocate
a
because
minute
I'm not
now.
afraid no more. Now I know you now. I know you. I
No,
ain't
no,
running
no.
from you no
But
more.
my point is you know what PC I'm running, and you know the hardware I'm running. You know it, correct?
You always got to come back
Okay,
with something, and
you
it makes sense.
know it,
And it makes
correct?
sense most of the time. Go ahead though. It makes
You
sense most
know
of the
what
time.
I'm running. And you know the specs of my PC and you know what I'm running. You know the capabilities of my PC. Why drop $299 when I can just go to Steam or go to the Microsoft store and drop $60 and connect a Bluetooth controller to my PC and play it on my PC, which
Well,
I can hook up to a TV or three other external monitors.
well, Bugley has the answer. I hate. He said, I have an answer for you because your PC does not have RDNA2 features. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, it
What
won't
the
run the medium
okay,
like it's supposed to be run.
considering considering I have no fucking clue what RDNA2
Yo,
is.
it's just
And the
technology,
fact
you
and the
know.
fact of a lot of things, like people were saying, well, it doesn't run this technology, it doesn't run this. You guys gotta understand. When I tell you my vision is not like where I can catch stuff like that.
I get it. I get it.
No, no,
I
no,
get
no, no,
Bunny,
no. You
Bunny,
don't.
Bunny,
Wait a
Bunny.
minute, hold up. I'm getting ready to show you.
I mean, you explained it. No, you explained it. No,
No, no, no,
you
no. I'm
explained.
getting ready to tell you what my vision prescription is because I have it written down. Hold on
Okay.
a sec. Let me get it.
All right. Well, while you're doing that,
You keep the show going.
I'm gonna keep the show going. Don't take too long. You know what I'm saying? And this is it, y'all. Now I don't know why Bunny. See, I yo. The thing is though, y'all. Here's the thing. I had to go back to why I'm confused because again, there's so many options out here. And Fugly, you're right though about the RDNA2, the GPU technology and all that stuff, man, and the Zen 3, Zen 2, whatever the hell they're using it for the CPUs and all that, man. All that stuff plays a part into my decision making, man. So when I say that I'm confused and I don't know what the hell I want to do,
And I'm
it's
back.
like, oh damn, that was quick. I thought I had time to rock. Thought I had
Nah,
time to rock. I was about to ride. So
nah.
no, but look. So remember, I'm not trying to start anything.
You
All I'm
never
saying is,
try to
Bunny.
start anything.
All I'm
You
saying though,
just.
Bunny, is you got to understand that people out here they want to see you on these other consoles at some point. Like there's
I
people that would
mean,
love to
like I
see you
said,
playing Halo or
can't
whatever.
play
Or
Halo.
oh yeah,
It's
that's true.
first
Damn,
person.
that's true. Well, you know, Halo Wars, Halo
All
Wars.
right, but
You know what I
let
mean?
me tell you, in one eye, my vision is negative 15.75.
Jeez,
And the
never heard of
other,
it.
and my other eye, my vision is negative 16.
Never heard of either one. I ain't gonna lie to you, Bunny. I tell you this. Now
Okay?
that right, what you're saying, but since you went there, but does that stop you from enjoying your beloved Switch? You see what I'm saying? Like
I
you knew
mean,
it
but
was coming. You knew it was coming. Come on, Bunny. Now
it doesn't stop me from enjoying my Switch. But what it stops is I can't like with my vision the way it is. Like you know how you have your peripheral vision and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They cannot find a company to make contacts for me to use my peripheral vision.
Got you. What up, Dirt? Dirt in
Okay.
the building, man.
Hey,
Hey,
Dirt, what's up?
uncompetitive in the building. What's going
Okay,
on?
yep, and uncompetitive. Yep, you also have astigmatism. So I have all of that. Even on my Switch, some things that's on the outside edges of the game, I might miss if it's a subtleness.
Got you. Now,
So even if it's something super sharp and super crispy, I still might miss it. And I have to go back and look to make sure. Like I'm playing some games where I have to hunt down little objects. And if
yeah,
I don't find them, I have to go back and search like in a grid pattern on the screen because it might be something on the outside edges.
I get you, but Bunny, we got to get back to it though, because you know, like I said, at some point, Xbox has to be appealing to you. Like I tell Moss too.
Man, see the thing
Wait a minute now,
is,
hold on now, wait a minute now, Bunny. Hold on now, Bunny. Hold on. Because I keep telling Moss too, and he do the same thing. Moss said that he at least he considered it. He says if Game Pass has something for him or whatever, blah blah blah, he might jump back on it. But what I'm saying is, I don't I don't. It's hard for me to say. Oh, now I might say something because my homies talk trash to me about Xbox all the time. They
mm-hmm,
always they throw that heat out there in the party chat, right? And it
mm-hmm.
makes me not even want to jump on the Xbox, man, because I'm like, y'all don't want to try anything else. Y'all don't want to try Stadia. Y'all don't want to try this. Y'all want to try that. But you know what I'm saying? But you call yourself a gamer and all this, right? And then we get heated. Next thing you know, I get tired
Nah.
of it. But I can't deny what the moves that Microsoft has made. 7.5 billion, Bunny, buying
Okay,
Bethesda
to
and Ryan
Bethesda,
Technology
who,
and
wait a
all that
minute.
stuff.
Let's be honest. 7.5 billion for Bethesda, and Bethesda always release broken games. I mean, let's
Well, I won't say always release broken games. I can't
and
sit up here
then
and
you
say that
have
when
to
I
and
know I'm
then you
on
have
Doom
to
Eternal.
wait a minute,
I'm
and
on Doom
then
Eternal, Bunny.
but wait a minute. Then you have to look at, okay, 7.5 billion games for Bethesda, and most of Bethesda's big games I can't even play. Think about it.
All I'm saying,
Wolfenstein, Doom. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, it's a
that's
great
true.
acquisition.
That's a
That's a
different
good.
topic.
It's a good acquisition. But for me,
Hmm.
it's no never mind, because most
Yeah,
of the games that they're known for, the only game I own by Bethesda that I can play on the Switch is Skyrim.
Skyrim.
They even put Blades on the Switch, but Blades is a first person view game.
So you telling me that you won't have any interest in playing Skyrim, knowing that you can play it in third person?
I
The
already
new
got.
one now.
I got.
I'm talking about the new one when it
But
drops.
see, the thing
Six.
is we don't know if the new one's going to be third person or not. We
Oh
don't
yeah, that's
know
true. That's
that.
true.
We
That's
don't
facts.
know. You can't assume it's going to be third person. We don't know what it's going to be until they show more info. And that's the thing that you, compared to me, do differently. You hype up the possibilities of what could be. And me, I'm sitting here realistically like, I don't know what's going to happen yet until I see more gameplay. And you're
Okay.
talking about me not jumping on Xbox, but what you don't realize is last gen, I was huge into Xbox. My 360 collection rivaled my Switch collection in size.
Wow. So let me catch myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So okay. All right. Now we have these conversations all the time. I just wanted to get a little bit more clarity. So now all those games on 360
Mm-hmm.
rivaled your Switch, right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking this for a reason. You know how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me you could cut it off just like that? The Switch is off. The Switch is off. I'm to not the Switch, not the Nintendo, but the Xbox Switch
You talking
is
about
off
no.
right
And
now.
see, that's the thing. Right now, it's off because they're not showing anything I want.
Okay, let's move over to PlayStation, can we, for a minute?
PlayStation is in the same boat. The only game that looks interesting to me over on PlayStation, Godfall looks interesting, but guess what? We can play Godfall on the PC.
It's
Uh,
Kenna, is that it? That's the one you
huh?
about to pick? Whatever
Kenna?
the girl. Yeah, I think that's the one, the black girl.
Nah, that didn't look interesting to me. Ratchet and Clank look interesting to me. But I'm not going to buy a $600 console for one game.
All right, so that makes sense. Logically, that makes sense. But for me, you know what I mean? For me, I buy multiple games. I also subscribe to these subscription services, Bunny. I'm also a content creator. You know what I'm saying? See, hey,
You are a
you
content. Let's get something straight. You can be a content creator, okay? But there are tons of content creators out here who do only one medium and one medium only, and they are truly successful.
well, this is the thing. You're right, okay? But what I'm saying is, a gamer like myself, how can I? It's hard to kind of like say no because I'm a gamer. I'm an all around gamer. You know what I'm saying? Versatile. I pride myself in versatility, right? So, and the people and the people like the content though, Bunny. So, like you're big on the crafting scene and all that stuff. It's things that you
Mm-hmm.
want to do. You talk about it all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so and you could tell me everything I ever wanted to know about that when I don't have the knowledge. So that's kind of like role reversal right there. I don't have the knowledge of the crafting and the knitting and all that stuff that you could tell me about, but I would be interested in it though because
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's something that I haven't tried and you like it, you appreciate it. So you're telling
One
me because your
second.
homie Project Storm, because I like these platforms and these games that's coming
What
up.
the hell? I'm sorry.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
cool. You're
No,
telling me
go
that
ahead.
you tell so you're telling me. All right. I just my point is I just don't understand. Again, it sounds like I'm trying to force a sell on you, and that's not what I'm trying to. I'm not even trying to
No,
force a
no,
sell on
no,
my damn
no.
self.
No, you're
But
not trying to force a sale. It's just that it's gone back to what we talked about one other talk we had. You found somebody who doesn't think inside your bubble of your friends.
yeah, hey yo, Stadia Revolution in the building, man. Charles ran in the building. You know what I'm saying? Rev was just on the show with us, man. Did a phenomenal job. Damn, Rev, I wish you was here right now to say the day, bruh. Because right now I feel like I'm going in the rabbit hole, man. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? In
trying
the mosh pit.
to. There she is.
But I tell you this.
Peach, is that you?
Wait a minute, Peach in the building?
I'm pretty
Hey,
sure.
what's up?
Peach in
Hey,
the building?
Peach,
What's
welcome.
going down?
From the
What
chat,
is
this
going
is
down?
Peach Mecca. Peach, one of my closest friends. She is here to join us. She's dropping in to talk a little bit. And yeah, have you been hearing any of the conversation, Peach? How
I
are
just
you
came back.
doing?
Sorry.
All right.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
That's what's up, Peach. I'm glad you could stop by. Now the heat can get off Bunny. You know what I'm saying? I can I ask you something real quick before you even get a chance to breathe and everything and relax and get a drink and all that, right? What systems do you play, Peach? Like right now? Like what's the most
At
recent?
the moment, it's my
Yeah.
PlayStation, and I also play a little bit of my 3DS because, I'm trying to catch up with games I've missed out. So,
That's what's
yeah.
up. Hey, and as you're
Hey,
talking right now, we got Ryan and
Titanfall.
Titanfall Princess in the building. What's
And
going on with
Ryan is
y'all?
in the building. Thank you guys for joining. Hey, Charles, I didn't see you slip in, babe. How you doing?
Yeah, Charles is up in here. You know what I mean? Always supportive, man. That Charles. So yeah, so P said PlayStation, and I'm sorry, what was that second one you said?
The 3DS.
3DS. That's what's
Trying, like
up.
I said, it's got games in there I didn't even know that was actually pretty fun, and I'm playing some of them
All
that I
right, so
missed out.
all right, so can I ask you, is the PS5 in your radar? Have you secured yet, or do you have the interest in it, or what? What's going down with that?
I have an interest in it. It's just I decided to wait till next year and see how everything goes. Because I feel like that will be more of a to see how what other games are coming out on it that might surprise me. And then the PS4 still has a lot of games coming out that are pre-ordered. And I was like,
Yeah,
I need to get those.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
not lying. Yeah, and I see, and I get what you're saying too. I really do. So now, do you feel like your PS4 is gonna like you could wait? Do you have the patience, or are you kind of like
Oh,
me that
I'm
was like,
patient.
the peer
I
pressure
do
is
this every
crazy. I got to get
console.
it, man. If I don't have,
I'm
see
patient
me.
actually. I'm very patient as a mouse because you think about it, like I usually get my consoles at least a year or 2 years later. Um, I've done that with the PS2, the PS3. I think we did that with the Wii as well when it came out and all this other stuff. Well, even with Nintendo, I always wait because I feel like it's a good time because you have more of a game options than it first came out, because when it first came out, it's like you do have the options, but the games you really want, you have to wait
Yeah.
till like maybe a year or two.
Yep, and hey, I know a lot of people like that, and see that's something, Bunny, that we talk about all the time: the casuals versus the hardcore or whatever, right? Versus
Mm-hmm.
the elite or enthusiast level gamers and all that. Um, Me, see, that's the thing, Peach. Bunny and I were talking, and I was talking about why I'm confused this generation, and it's with because I think I'm getting hit with so much technology at one time that's appealing for me as like I want the best of the best. You know what I mean? Even though I can't afford the absolute best, which is that big boy OLED 77-inch or whatever. And things like that, or the 3090 card with on top of all that. But I can get the 3080, the PS5, the Series X, and things. So I it's just I've never seen a time in gaming where we had this many options that was so appealing as far as the performance of the systems, well, I would say the games, but see, Bunny, I feel like Bunny's watching me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's just waiting for me. Yeah, I could just
I'm
feel it,
up
Bunny.
here
I
trying to
can feel
figure
it.
out why there's an ultra spicy setting on Pikmin.
Oh, okay, well, good. That gives me time to stay cool and keep on going. Look,
They have normal, hard, and ultra spicy.
ultra
Wow.
spicy. Now I do want to check that out. And you know what though? Yeah,
Yes. Look what this. Oh well, you probably can't, Trotty, but I'm playing the demo for Pikmin 3, and I'm starting a new game because they say you can transfer. See, that's one thing about Nintendo. A lot of their demos that you start playing, if you buy the
yeah.
full game, you can transfer your progress to the full game. So I'm up here at the difficulty mode, and for Pikmin 3 Deluxe, it's at normal, hard, and ultra spicy,
Ultra spicy.
which only unlocks when after you beat the hard mode.
Wow, Pikmin, and I haven't played one since the first one. It was so dope. You know what I mean? It was
Yes,
so dope. I can't
Titanfall.
lie. So
Titanfall, you were right. Those pre-orders for that PS5 was rough.
it really was, and that's another problem that we talked about early before you got here, because it's like for people that has the loot to go out and get all these systems or whatever, it's still almost impossible. So the uncertainty surrounding all of this makes it hard for somebody like me, who's used to having everything day one, dropping like gameplay streams and stuff or clips or whatever of the new systems, because I'm a content creator, like I was saying. So I don't know. I don't want to dominate the whole discussion or whatever, y'all. But the thing is that again, it puts a whole different focus on my habit, my spending habit, my game, which platforms I want to go with, and all that stuff. I have no idea. I'm so confused. That's all I'm saying.
So right now we have it to where you have yourself who's confused about what you want and how soon you want to get, and you want to get it day one, but it's a hard issue. But you don't, because it's a hard issue, it's actually also making it hard for you to decide which one. Because if they both were available, you just automatically get
I'm just
both and not think about it.
Yeah,
Um,
And
I walked in
then,
Walmart like I did when I walked in Walmart for the One X. I grabbed that. I was lucky enough to cop it. If I can do the same thing, walk in Walmart at midnight for the Series X, and I get lucky, so be it. If I can walk out with that PS5 on the 12, if I walk out of the store with it, it's cool. But if not, I figured that I need to wait. It's just a sign saying, "Man, you could wait, chill." So that's how I'm gonna look at it at the end of the day. But Peach was
and
gonna say
then,
something.
yeah, Peachy, what you saying?
um, sorry. I feel like I said, I think it's good to wait for a while, but I just think that the problem with it is because right now we're on the pandemic, and I think a lot of shipping companies are really slow right now.
Yep.
And I think they should have waited till at least next year to bring the consoles out, because then everything will be completely ready for both of them, in my opinion. Because a
They
lot
would
of
have had to
another game
stop.
that another game that's coming out is what's that game called? There's another one. I think it's called Kenya. I forgot what that girl's name.
Yeah, something
It's
like
on,
that. Yeah, I
yeah.
was just talking about that's crazy. I was just telling Bunny
That
about
one's
it.
come out till next year, because I think there was a delay on that as well. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? I kind of want to wait till next year, because that's what everything will have in order. Even the Halo Infinite might probably be more ready for next year as well. So it will be a good launch for both of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, and so that brings up another excellent point. I mean, like now, Bunny, now what logically, and somebody in the chat can help us too now. How does it make sense for them to ship these products like this, y'all? Like You saw what happened with the RTX 3080 card.
I
AMD's turn is
mean,
next. You
I
know what I'm saying?
mean,
Like, I know AMD has to be. I hope we're not out here being lied to. Like, yo, we got all this
but see, the thing
their
is,
neck and hurry up and get these parts out or whatever for us to have them sometime by 2021. I'm confused, man. What do you think, Bunny? Like, do you
I
think, why are they
mean,
playing?
that's,
Why wouldn't they push it back to the spring or and I know why the holidays are coming and it's all about that money, but what's your thoughts on it?
I've been saying this for months now. I was asking back in March, I was saying, are
Am I
these
still here?
consoles, yeah, you're here. I was saying back in
Am I still here?
March. Yeah, can you hear me? We can hear you. I can hear you.
No, I'm here.
Storm. I think
I-
Storm moved out. Let me see
Oh
here.
yeah.
Storm? All right, but anyway, that's what I was saying. I was saying this back in March. I was saying, are these consoles going to be ready for November with everything shut down? You know what I mean? Tronny, are you there? Tronny? Tronny?
I'm
Hello,
here.
Yumar. Okay, so
I'm
Tronny,
sorry.
I'm
I
here.
dropped out for a minute for some strange reason, but I'm
we
back.
could hear you. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
oh, okay.
All right,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
so
we can hear.
yeah. So I was saying this back in March. I said, are these consoles going to be ready for a November launch with everything shut down and you got 6 months to launch them? We
Yeah.
were talking about this two shows or last show we were on. We were talking about this saying these consoles should have been delayed. But everybody's like, well, I want a next gen console now. I want this, I want that. Yeah, you want all this, but will these consoles be able to deliver? Like for you, you want the new tech, things like that. Tronny is like, I'm gonna wait a year. I'm gonna sit back, wait a year, let them build up their game more, and to get out all of those first cycle bugs that comes in gens the first year. I'm gonna sit back and wait. And me, I'm sitting here like I'm waiting till something comes out that I really want to play.
See, and that's that's what makes it so interesting to me to hear the conversation, to hear everybody's thoughts on it. Because for me, I almost have to have it, and it's not like an addiction, but I almost have to have it. It benefits me in different ways. For one, I've always copped around launch, if not day one, the very next day because I couldn't hold out, right? Because I'm a big
Mm-hmm.
time hardcore gamer. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear what Peach has to say about that, I respect it 100,000. You know what I'm saying? But I know so many people that try to do that and then they realize like, hey man, this thing has a warranty on it. If something happens, I'm sending it back, or I'm going to put that product replacement plan on it at Best Buy or whatever case is. And if anything happens, I'll just switch it out for the newer model and stuff like that. So it's kind of like that's what I mean by it's so interesting hearing how different people handle things, but it still does not help a brother like me who you get what I'm saying? Like who just has to have it. Just I need it, but it's not available in most cases. That's the
Mm-hmm.
crazy part. And I don't believe in really pre-ordering stuff like that because
Now you know in the
you know
area
your
we
pre-orders not
live
even
in.
guaranteed right now. Yeah,
Yeah, but you know the area we live in. Um, you need to pre-order some things. You
not
know this.
true. Some things. But like I said, I walked into Walmart and got my Xbox One X. Like they just happened to have some extra ones, and the cashier hooked me up. I was like, all right, peace. 12 o'clock. I mean, hey, the people that pre-ordered the Xbox Scorpio, that edition that has Project Scorpio written on the front, they didn't even get theirs until the next day because Amazon somehow they messed up somehow and they were pissed. So that's how I am. I kind of stopped pre-ordering things. I don't pre-order games anymore. I'm like, man, I get
And
everything digital now. You know?
I pre-order if there's like a fun like pre-order bonus, or if I know I want a game. Like I had to pre-order some things because some games that I get nobody around here selling them. Like one just came out Thursday and nobody has it, so I had to pre-order it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the thing. It's just like I said. Right now the tech is talking to you, but on the flip side of it, the tech is talking to you. But on the flip side of it, you also know logically, because like, do you want to have a same thing happen that happened with the Series One X, you where people purchased the One X and then come to find out Microsoft was paying influencers to hype up the One X and then things weren't right with the One X and all this stuff?
Well, I really never really had too many issues until now with my One X, and like I said, that's the
No,
HDMI.
no,
Like something's up with the.
I'm talking about with like the games and stuff like they
Oh,
you see what I mean?
yeah, I know what you're saying about that. But see, like we live in the era now with so many games. Like we have a backlog of games, right? All of us in here,
Mhm.
if you, all of us have more than 50 games that we could play right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with the backlog out here, and this is what makes the Series X so appealing, Bunny. I'm breaking it down and I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for
Mhm.
allowing me to break this down because,
No problem.
like, check it out. So all I have hundreds of games at my disposal, whether that be through games that I purchased myself, games that I claimed free on Xbox Live Gold or whatever the case, or games that I got on Game Pass with their subscription, games on PC, games on Stadia, games on. I have thousands of games if you think about the whole overall spectrum of it, right?
Mhm.
So, with that said, some of those games I couldn't even bear to look at. I couldn't stand to look at, Bunny. So here comes a tech, like, and they're good at it. Like Microsoft and Sony, they're so good. They have to be on the phone talking to each other. I'm telling y'all, they have to be calling each other. They feel what's going on. Hey, what up, Jim? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if y'all take it easy and not go too far overboard, we'll work something out. Yeah, I'm telling you because
Of
yo,
course.
first of all, they both have like Microsoft has enough money. If they really wanted to come out with a B system that and just make that thing like $800-900 and it really be like a $1,500 rig or some or console, not a rig, but a console, right? They could do
Mhm.
something like that and destroy the competition. This is what I think in my head, and I know it's possible. Now we're talking about Microsoft; they can afford to take a loss. So all these games that I was just talking about, that backlog, can be played and they could be played better than they would have been played at the time when they originally dropped.
But
So they're
Storm,
sitting in my library, Bunny. There's some of them are sitting in my library, and I'm like, yo, I'm not touching Final Fantasy 15 because it runs like trash.
but
And I'm saying it's
Storm.
trash because it's 30 or less. I'm not playing Destiny 2 on Xbox because the Stadia version is 60 FPS. I'm not touching that right now. See, and PUBG, subpar performance on Xbox One X, the most powerful in the console in the world. I'm not touching that right now. I'll wait for it because it's running on Stadia at 60 FPS, but it doesn't look like ultra settings on my PC. So now I know I'm making you confused, but now you're starting
Nah,
to think
nah.
with
No,
the mind of a and
you're not
the mind
making me
of an
confused.
enthusiast.
Nah, because I'm getting ready to ask you this, okay?
What up? And then we'll get to
You
the chat
are
because the chats they saying some stuff that I like.
yeah.
Go ahead though.
Okay, you're not playing these games because you can't stand to see the frame rate and this, that, and the other on the One X, correct?
Yeah.
But have they guaranteed you? Because, like I said, you saw gameplay of stuff on the Series X that was older games, and they are not running better on the Series X. Are you sure they're going to guarantee and be able to do what you want them to do?
Well, they're showing, and I won't sit here and act like some of those games that Digital Foundry and other people showed, they were not hitting that 60 FPS target. But games like Final Fantasy that I talked about and Assassin's Creed Unity, that was notoriously bad performance wise, right? Now I'm seeing that these games are running at 60 FPS. I mean, yeah, they're old, but I'm the type of gamer where I told you if it's not hitting 60, I might put it aside. If it's blurry, if I turn the camera and the background is blurry at all, I'm not playing the game. That's just me now. I told you. I'm that dude. That's why I got me a PC. You know what I'm saying? I got Stadia because Stadia is running a lot of games at 1080p 60 or up to
Mm.
4K 60. Look, that's me, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if anybody's like me, but that's just
Um,
how it is.
I do know that people. I remember they did like a study on people who play PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. They see things differently as well. And I think if you're PC, they were checking out how people play multiplayer games. I can't remember that article was, but it was actually interesting that everyone's perception of whatever console they play on is going to be different.
Word.
And I saw that. I was like people were saying, well, PE, like who got faster reflexes is people on PC,
Mm-hmm.
and they're testing people on PlayStation and Xbox. And I forgot what the PlayStation and Xbox had, but they did say people on PC have faster reflexes and stuff. They're really good at playing first person.
Yeah. So this is all good stuff right here. I'm telling y'all. I want to go back up, man, because the chat has been saying some things. I'm gonna tell you right now. Uncompa- Let me see. I might cut out a little bit because it's Windows 10. Sometimes it trips like that. But both consoles should have. Uncompetitive said this. Both consoles should have released Q4 2021 with plenty of games, but I think Sony needed to have money coming in before the end of the current financial year. And that's what I was thinking right there on competitive. That's what I was thinking. So, Bunny, that's why I asked, is that a good business practice? Like, I try to be careful about how I say this, man, because you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I know some companies
I am so
try to have the
sorry.
best intent. Oh, what up?
I am so sorry. My mom always seems to call me when I'm
Oh,
podcasting.
oh, hey, it is what it
So,
is. Mom can call
so,
whenever she wants to. She can
so,
call when she can get on the show. So,
so, what were you saying?
now I was saying uncompetitive right here says something in the chat that I want to highlight one more time
Mhm.
because it makes me think, and I know how you think, Bunny, when it comes to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
both consoles, he says, both consoles. I'm sorry, uncompetitive. I'm not sure, but uncompetitive says both consoles should have arrived, should have released Q4
Mhm.
2021 with plenty of games. But I think Sony needed to have money coming in before the end of the current financial year. Now, is that something that's right in line with your thoughts or whatever? I know it's all
Yes.
about money for all these companies, but at the same time, aren't they afraid? Like we know what happened with the Red Ring of Death. We know what happened with this loud PS4 Pro fan and all that stuff. Gamers got they don't like certain things. So is that a gamble or what?
It is a gamble because, like I said, you and especially for PlayStation, now, Xbox. Let's keep it real. Xbox could have killed. They should, in my opinion, they should not have ever came out with the One X. They should have killed it dead in the water and started working on their next gen console and released it, like how Nintendo did with the Wii U. Nintendo never did a mid-gen refresh on the Wii U. The only thing they did was make one that had more memory inside of it. Okay.
Right.
And then, like I said, they released the One X. That was a cash grab, and then discontinued it 2 years later. That was a straight cash grab. Okay. Um. So that's how I look at that. I
Do you
said,
think some of us are conditioned to drop that money? I'm talking about Nintendo included. You because they've done some shenanigans too. You know what I'm saying? You think we're being conditioned to just drop that money no matter what? I know we have
uh
choices
huh.
as consumers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But are these companies really sitting back laughing at our dismay?
Oh yeah. Because
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
they're sitting here laughing at all these console wars. They got free advertisement without even putting money out. They don't even have to show like with let's just say they're showing you all this tech, right? And you're getting happy about all this tech, and you want all this tech, and you want this, and you want that. You want the cheesiest graphics, but what are they showing that's running on those graphics? They're not even showing you a game. People are hyping up the tech, and you're rushing out to buy the tech. But it's a gaming console. They ain't even showing you any games
They
for
are
the
showing
console.
some old games. They are
Yeah.
now. PS4, PS5 just said that they're going to have their whole back and catalog, 4,000 plus games available at launch, man. So now that
Uh-huh.
you got me thinking. Now go ahead.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're sitting here now, like all these companies got you doing all this stuff, but then you sitting up here like, where is everybody? Where's the games? Like me, I'm asking a question. Where are the games? You're not showing me games. You're just showing me tech. And I don't play it for the tech. I play it for the games. That's what I'm
They
playing
are
these
pushing
consoles.
SSD real heavy, and SSDs do matter. I swear, I used to tell people, you know what I'm saying, that SSDs make a world of difference. They were like, man, nobody need an SSD, man, whatever. I'm not going out there and spending that much money. That SSD, a real good one, costs almost as much as a new console. I'm like, yo, but it will load PUBG. It will load all the textures in PUBG faster and stuff like that. Now, these
Exactly.
same people are like, SSD, I gotta have one, gotta have the SSD, and I'm like, yo, that's so crazy to me, man. But let me. Cyber Dragon just showed up.
Hey,
Thank you for
Cyber, how are you?
joining. Hey, Umar right here says, "Damn, it was some PS4 Airlines." You know what I'm saying? Had to throw that shot, man, because and a lot of people been doing that. And here I am up here defending the PS4 Pro, right? Because I love it. I'm like, man, my PS4 Pro is not that loud. But see, I didn't realize that most of the time I have a headset on, right? Or I'm playing with my home
Mm-hmm.
theater system. I listened to it yesterday, Bunny, and it was
Mm-hmm.
loud as hell.
Man,
I said, "Whoa."
I was watching somebody stream and I heard their PS4 Pro. And I was sitting there like, are you serious?
Well, they seem to have rectified that with the PS5. What about you, Peach? Like, is your PS4 loud? Is Peach still here?
Yeah, she's probably here.
Oh, okay. Maybe she's okay. I had to step. But yeah,
No,
I
I'm here.
mean,
I'm back.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was
You're
just
asking?
asking if if it was loud, if your PS4 ever gets loud like a fan.
Uh, depends on the temperature in the house.
Okay, got you. Okay. Yeah. So but with that being said, like the cooler that they put the technology, let's go to the teardown. The teardown real quick, Bunny. I know we wanted to talk about that. The PS5 teardown, right? I got a chance to watch that thing about 5 times. It
Uh-huh.
looks like some dope technology. And chat, we
Oh,
will get back to you all because I know you're saying the chat. I'm telling you they're saying stuff. I wish I can just read it all right now. But that teardown was impressive to me. I mean, I don't know how I feel about unscrewing. Like, hey, man, but once, okay, it's not a big deal because once I unscrew that stand and or whatever that base and then put it on its side, I'm never gonna touch the PS5 again except to clean it or whatever the case is. So that's not a big deal for me. Did you all get a chance to see it? Like Peach Bunny, did y'all check it out?
I saw part of it, but I thought it was awesome because I was sitting here like, oh my God, they're making it like, okay, so some people don't know this, but like with the Switch, you know how people are complaining about the Switch is not releasing enough custom pro controllers and systems and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, the reason is you hear some people complaining about it, but you don't hear a huge amount of people complaining about it because people on Twitter, I mean, not Twitter, on Etsy and eBay have made custom shells that you could buy and switch your consoles out. You could switch all the internals of your controllers, your Joy-Cons, your Switch to a whole new shell.
Yeah.
So the thing about that is when I saw that PlayStation 5 breakdown, I said, okay, be prepared. Probably within 2 to 3 months after the PS5 comes out, people would have made those things for the PlayStation 5 to customize their outside shell.
Yeah. And don't worry, they're gonna sell them. Don't believe me.
Uh,
Sony is gonna offer some special edition ones.
you
What's up,
know,
Peach?
when I look at if you actually look at the PlayStation, it kind of reminds me of back when we were, it kind of reminds me where you could just like it's sort of like it may sound silly to me, but I look at it like a turtle. That's how I look at this whole new
Yeah,
PlayStation. I'm
I
just
hear
like,
you.
you just it has its own little shell and everything. You could decorate it, and it's like, wait a minute, it
It
kind of, I know
looks
people say. I
it
didn't say it looks like a turtle because it just feels like one, and then it looks like one too. And I'm trying to see like maybe they're trying to get ideas of all the good stuff is in the inside and the outside. It looks, it
Yeah.
it looks
I
nice, but you have to when you open up the shell of that case,
uh-huh.
there's also like the new fan they put in there, and I
Yep.
look at it, and the blades are just easy to grip with the air and stuff, and it just looked like because I have something like that,
Uh-huh.
and it's like I have a PC that's not even built, like my case and everything. It's
Yeah.
not built or anything, but it came with some stuff with it, and it looks exactly like the fan I have. So I wonder if if the fans can't be, if there's a possibility we could find also fans like this in upcoming time. Like people see all the if people see all the parts now. Now we might see more people buying those fans for their PS5 down the line, or do you think they're just going to be something else?
I get what you're saying. Hey, it was that it's definitely impressive. And to go back to those wings or whatever, that's what I'm gonna call them because I look at it like an X-wing from Star Wars or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
the TIE fighter and all that stuff. Like it looks so dope. Um, that I can remove those shells because I'm definitely gonna go all black. Y'all know, you know me. I got to go
Oh
black and
yeah.
dark, to fit in or whatever. So I can just imagine them coming out with an exclusive God of War case with Kratos on the side. I don't like to do those too long, and I don't want to be spending extra money buying multiple shells or whatever. But that's gonna be dope. Like that cyberpunk. I saw some of those designs that people drop on Twitter, like Pope Art or whatever, and all these other
um
people. Yo,
was it
some of
like
those designs,
Xbox Pope or something? I
yeah,
think
something
it's
like that. But
Xbox.
those
Yeah, he does
designs
a
be
lot
fire.
of. Yes, I like his
Spider
designs. I
Man and
always
all
been
that.
like his designs for years. So
Yeah.
for
So
a few years.
and then I never really looked at it, and I look back at the Series X, and it's not a shot because, like I said, I like the simple design of the Series X and the fact that they made it like a tower that was kind of PCS when I first saw it. I kind of like that. Some people, the console war, the boys are gonna talk trash. The console fanboys,
Is
fangirls.
there?
But
You want me
I don't.
asking? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I want to
Go
ask
ahead.
you a
No, go ahead. No, I
question.
was done.
Oh, okay. So, is there a possibility that you could change your Xbox case for the Series Xbox? Like, if you don't want that plain black one, but you want something else, is that going to be optional for the
There's
Xbox Series X?
they're saying no, they don't see how they can do it from what I saw. But I think Microsoft will just they'll deliver different colors, like specific
Well, I
ones,
think
special
I
edition
think
ones.
I think people will do just like what Switch did. People who own Switches or people who design stuff for Switches. Somebody's going to design a case and you just do it yourself. Like all the Switch cases that I was just talking about, where people are customizing their Switches, their Joy Cons, and the shells, that's all do it yourself. Somebody created it and
Yeah,
people buy it and do it themselves.
right.
So, and it's not done by Nintendo. Nintendo didn't license any of them. That's just
Hmm.
people doing it. So it could be just somebody who does it themselves and sells them.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like now, people see. I think that's what the tear down. To me, that's what the tear down is. It's like people could see what's inside, so they could customize it the way they want it, and make it more like if they want to add a new fan to their PlayStation or their Xbox, or they want to add all these parts. And I always thought it was that's why I kind of thought like was it last week where everyone was freaking out talking about oh we
Yo, your phone. Hold on. I mean, your mic's going in and out a
oh
little
no,
bit.
that's just
Uh,
sorry, my hand was near
okay.
the mic.
All right. Go
My
ahead. Go
bad.
ahead. Go ahead. Now you good.
That was my hand,
I
everyone.
want people to
I'm not
hear it.
going out.
Now you're good.
I feel like when they showed the teardown, I think people wanted to get the idea. Okay, what can I put in my consoles so just in case something happens? Because
Hmm.
that's what I'm hearing from other people as well. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought people were being silly, like early this week, talking about all the complaints about the screwdriver and all the talking about the liquid metal and everything. And I'm sitting here like, if that's your biggest concern, then should that be like all technology you should be worrying about? Because they use the exact same thing.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
hey, it is. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say it is looking like with at least with the PlayStation 5, it's looking like they are trying to make it more compatible with upgrading. So instead of having to buy a whole new console for a mid-gen refresh, they might just sell something that you take apart your PlayStation 5 and put it in the system.
Yeah. Well, whatever they do, I mean, it should be
Yeah, that'd be
cool.
awesome.
You know what I'm saying? It really should. Um,
Um,
What's
Oh,
up?
sorry.
Go ahead. I was going
Oh,
to say, Peach. I
I
was
have
going
a
to ask
lot
you
to
if you wanted
talk.
a topic, like if you want to discuss something. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see what's coming out. Uh,
Because
I'm
there's so
still trying to
much,
figure out because
so
there's so much
much.
to talk about. So there's been a lot of like talk about customization. I'm a big fan of that myself.
Yeah.
But do you guys think they're going to do that with the controllers as well? Because I know Xbox does a lot of customization with controllers and stuff. But I'm looking at the PlayStation and their new controller, and I want to know: will you able to take off the shell on that, or that will be like different type of colors? Because even that, I kind of like want to match everything. I'm kind of like one of those people like, no, I
Yeah.
don't want
Yeah.
one color. I want to
Yeah.
match
You don't want a
everything.
white controller in a black system, right?
Yeah, it looked
I
weird.
That's a good question. I mean, I'm sure that they will. Hopefully, they will release those. I know it's Sony. They've already. I think I don't know if they teased the black controller or if it was some art again. You know what I'm saying? I just see so much stuff on Twitter or whatever
It's
every
art.
day.
It
Yeah.
was
So,
art.
but they would be dumb not to release an all black system or a Spider-Man type system with those types of skins and everything. It just wouldn't be. I don't know. But then when it comes to other customization that you're talking about, like the SSDs and the I don't know what else that people can customize without voiding that warranty, but the SSDs, I I don't really want to be doing all that work to try to enhance my console. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing. I don't want to open my system up at all to put that SSD in there and everything. I don't know.
I
I'll go the external route. But then external devices start to get ugly after a while. You know what I'm saying? You put too many in front of your system, then you don't have enough ports for different things or whatever that you want to charge, like an
you
extra
kind of
controller.
you
Yeah.
want to you just wanted to minimize as much as you can. You don't want to like pay all this money on this console and then all of a sudden you spend more on the SSD cards and all this stuff, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like this is ridiculous. But
But
at
the
the same
SSD is necessary
time,
though. It is, Peach. It's necessary. I
it's
I
think.
mean,
necessary, yeah. But
sadly,
then it's necessary, but at the same time, you just don't want you want to find something that is around your price range as well. Um, and also I noticed that Xbox said now. Remember you said the proprietary memory card. Now they're
Hmm.
talking about getting other manufacturers to do it. They explained that on the October 2nd, and because when did they show when they said PlayStation was going to have custom cards?
Can't remember the exact date, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was funny because now Xbox said now they completely said that they're going to have optional cards now, even though they were talking about just selling their versions. But they guess
Yeah.
they saw PlayStation do it, and they're like, let's ask the manufacturer to do it for us.
You know how it goes. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, when you think about it, it's like Nvidia and AMD. We got to go back to the PC side. Like
Mm-hmm.
Nvidia knows that AMD's GPUs they're gonna showcase those and release them to the world. I mean, the world's gonna get a chance to see what they're really about on October 28th. So what do? They say, oh, you know what? Instead of releasing that 3070 card that's gonna cost $499, let's push this show back a day after AMD to make a little bit of fuss. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing different little counteracting moves, I think,
Oh
on each
yeah.
other. But I
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
get
Because
into. Oh, okay, go ahead. After this, yeah, after you, I was just gonna get into some of that
okay.
chat
Sorry, I
because
had so
yeah.
much to
No,
talk
no, you're
about
good. No,
this.
go ahead, Peach.
I
I
yeah.
told Bunny to tell me to shut the hell up sometimes because I'm telling you, there's with so much to talk about, you feel like you want to cram it into the 2 hours that we
I
normally take.
wonder. Okay, so it's since it's a plastic. I wonder if they give you. Do you guys know they give you those little stick coatings for your like the PlayStation that have like that little. They put it for like your game. You put that little strip on. Just make a little
Yep.
design for your console.
Uh
I
huh.
wonder if those could work to make because because I draw and stuff, and sometimes I really wanted to design my own, and I want to know if I could do that with my own stuff. That's all.
Hey, that would be cool, and that's something that they need to take into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that there are artists out there that's creative like that. You know what I mean? I don't know, like if I could see them providing like some type of blank canvas for you, so to speak. You know what I'm saying, to create, but I'm not sure. Like that's something I would send them that. as a message or whatever. To tell you the truth, if they consider something like that, that's what I would do.
Oh
But
yeah, I just want to see the. Also, people were excited. One more thing, sorry.
no, you good.
Um, yeah, because I was gone that long. My bad.
No, you are
There's
good.
also like the people were talking about they want to see the UI, and they're like what Xbox showed theirs, where's Sony's
I
UI, but at the
know.
same time, like, was the UI ever the most important thing for a console? It was
No,
always about the games.
not
Show
at
me the
all.
UI,
games.
Show me the game. The
you,
UI is just something for people to straight just complain about. They'll just complain about nitpick and stuff like that. But give me the same XMB from PS3 and PS4 days, and I'm good. Because you could just make it look a little prettier or whatever, and then like the same, the Series X. I like their update. I like the facelift they gave to their UI and everything. It's so fast. It's snappy. It is like they rearrange certain things like the audio for your headset and all that stuff. I love it. I love when they make things more consumer friendly and user friendly. it, so I hope they keep that up is what I'm saying. But the one thing I like more than all that is the speed of it. Like I love being able to fly through stuff. And that's what I liked about the cross media bar and this interface from the 360, the blades. Remember the blades on the 360 bunny? You remember that
Yes.
originally in the beginning when they had the pages that you could flip? That was
Yes.
dope to me. So that definitely makes a difference though. But I'm gonna jump into some of the chat because they're saying so much stuff. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to keep track of everything that I wanted to
yeah,
highlight.
they
But
are.
man,
There's a lot of good.
yeah,
I
right.
got some
All
good.
right. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back to the tippy top. And Fugly said, "Hey, I have a high end PC, and my PC can't run all those things either. That's why I'm upgrading to Zen 3 Ryzen 9 Plus." I know Bunny's like, if you don't shut the hell up with all
Ryzen
that
9
space
Plus, that's
talk,
a graphics
yeah,
card,
yeah.
isn't it?
The RX 6700 XT new red. So I'm right there for now. See, Fugly. Now, see, you got me started again because I was right there with you. I wanted to throw that 3080 in there, but I wanted to go AMD with the CPU. Oh man, I don't. Hey, I'm with you on that. Then we got. Let's see. Fugly agree with you right here, Bunny. It says, yes, you are correct. Xbox misstep, and so have Bethesda. But everyone quick jumps to criticize. Yet when companies make mistakes, just like us humans, consumers do, they're trying to fix it. They're trying to fix. All right, whatever. You know what I mean? Did you want to chime in on that or
I
keep
mean,
on
yeah,
breathing?
they do. Like I said, all companies make mistakes, okay? But I get tired of getting disappointed,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not gonna hype my hopes up for stuff when I'm just wait and see. Oh, what in the hell is this thing?
Got you.
But
Got
I
you.
feel like even as people who are fans of these companies as well, doesn't matter who it is. But however, I saw something that was quite interesting. So there was a game, I forgot what the game was called, but someone actually pointed out on Twitter. Now, this person, I'm not going to say their name or anything because I don't want to, but they were like, someone said there was a game coming out that was $10. The person said, well, I'll wait till it go on Game Pass. And I was like, and I'm sitting here looking at it, it's like, dude, it's $10. You can't pay for it? He's like, no, I'd rather just go on Game Pass and
Yeah.
play it.
Yep.
So, and people were like, dude, it's not like, it's like they said they won't play it until because the person's like, I thought they were maybe trolling, but they were kind of serious. And they said they'll wait till Game Pass to play the game instead of actually playing it by or outright.
You
Like,
know
I
what?
could
I
see
do
it.
know some people like that. I do.
And I
Like
thought
I
it
had a
was,
buddy who waited for Doom Eternal. He wanted the game, but he said, I'll wait till it comes to Game Pass because I know it will. I was like, yo, but you said you were the one that copped these IPs day one and everything. What happened to all that? Because we talk a lot of trash. So
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
he was like, nah, and he literally waited for it to come to Game Pass. And he was like, I told you. I'm like, months later, man, I already beat the game twice and working on my third time on Stadia or whatever. What's good? But now actually I beat it on Stadia though. But So yeah, that's crazy. So Ryan says, I'm waiting too. I want to see how things shake out with the hardware and games. Plus, my backlog is big enough to open a small shop. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
That sounds
Mm-hmm.
about
Exactly.
right.
All right. And so what did you want to jump to next, Bunny? Because I can always go back to some of the chat, but to keep
Yeah,
the
I
flow of
mean
the
the
show going.
chat is making some very good points because, like I said, some of us there's three besides casuals and
Mm-hmm.
hardcore. Even in the casual and the hardcore market, there's still three types of gamers. There's the ones like yourself, and we have all three right now on the panel. We have the ones like you who are going to jump on that tech. That tech is what's driving that credit card to swiping it and to come home cradling that system. Then you
Yeah, some
have
people
then
won't even kiss their system.
exactly. Then you have Peachy here who's like, "Oh yeah, I want the system, but there's not many games I want on the system right now." And um I still have a huge backlog on my PlayStation 4.
But I say the peach. I say the peach. There's so many games, peach, that's so cheap now that you could just say, you know what, I always wanted to play this. It's so cool, or that game is cute, or whatever the case is, right?
And
There's
then
so many of them that you probably can claim for free over with PS Plus and all that stuff. Like, don't you just want to buy that PS5 just to say? I see. I know now. Look, I'm not definitely not poking like throwing shots at people that can't get the system right now. I know there's a lot of people who can't get it. There's some people who can get it who just don't want the damn system. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to
yeah.
be that dude. What I'm saying is though, man, I'm glad y'all
And
practice that much patience. That's all I'm saying. I'm
and
glad y'all can do that.
and then I'm going to bring up another point when um we were talking about how the console should have came out next year or whatnot. The thing with PlayStation, Xbox, yeah, okay, I understand. Xbox wants a new console. They want to get new hype because they had a bad gen.
But they had just dropped the One X.
I
It
mean,
would have
and
been
then
fine for another year, in my opinion, because
I
the One
mean,
X. Hey, we'll talk about that too. We'll
no,
we'll
no,
get
no,
into that
no.
because I'm
I
pissed off
agree
about
with it.
something now. But I'm pissed
No,
off about how they killed off the One X. Like, and I have
yeah.
my own little theory. But go
I
ahead.
mean, and like I said, it would not have hurt so much had they just kept the the 1S or the
Mm-hmm.
1 and not release the X and then go into the next gen. But they released the X. Like I said, that was a cash grab. They released the 1X and then discontinued it 2 years later. That was a cash grab. PlayStation, though, look at how many first party games they dropped this year alone. PlayStation could have waited another year. They had The Last of Us 2. They had Ghost of Tsushima. What else did they have that they dropped this year alone? Because they dropped like 3 games. They had
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
which was an exclusive. And then they had something else that was an exclusive. Sony could have waited to next year to drop their console. So I don't know why they rushed everything.
They thought Microsoft was gonna drop. You can't have Microsoft coming out with the Xbox and letting them have gain Steam or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't. So that's why they played chicken so long, Bunny. And I would say, in my opinion, but that's not my opinion. I think that's facts. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? We know how businesses work. We know how these video game companies do things, right? So, but my thing is, see, because I hate to feel like I'm getting played. I hate that some people don't mind. I kind of hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so interesting that you think about the fact that they killed off the One X. Now I'm gonna tell you what
Mm-hmm.
my theory is, right? And I said this multiple times. I said it before it even came to light. I said, yo, man, this Xbox One X is so damn powerful. It's making games look so good. I'm talking about y'all. Forza, all the Forzas don't matter. 7, Motorsport 7, Forza Horizon 4, Halo, Gears of War. All these games were looking so much better, so much crispier on the One X. You notice how they didn't do any One X exclusive games, right? Because then that
Mm-hmm.
would just make the base model look so bad, or the S, or the all digital that they drop, right? But all of a sudden, they're gonna go out here and they're gonna kill this thing right on the heels of the S that the S is in Sam. So if I call it the Sam, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So because S and X sound alike. which is dumb as hell. Why would they go with those names? I don't know. That's a whole nother topic. And I get the series part because if they could come out with a series T or a series
Actually,
B and series Z or whatever they want in
actually,
iterations.
actually, a lot of peers. I know a lot of people don't like her, but she made a very good point because she was just like you, not understanding the way they're talking. But the way the Series S and everything is, it's almost like they're in cell phone iterations. You have the Apple X, the Apple 9, the Apple 8. You see what I mean? It's
Yeah.
almost as if they were naming them in cell phone iterations for
Mm-hmm.
mobile play. Okay, so that's what was crazy about that part. And she made that very good point about that. But, I mean, that's the thing. We got to think, like I said, when Nintendo did it, Nintendo killed the Wii U after 5 years. But they did not release another console. They did not do a mid gen refresh on it. You see what I mean?
I'm glad they didn't.
I mean, but that's what I'm
Because
saying. They killed it. Now, if Xbox had did that, I think a lot more people would be okay with it. But here you
Killed it
are,
off and went next gen early or something.
exactly like Nintendo
yeah, they
did.
did. They kind of did.
Yeah, I
Um,
think you might be onto something right there. But it's
Also,
yeah, go ahead,
oh,
Peach, because I'm
oh,
telling you right
sorry.
now. No, they did. No, I was gonna say they did me
Mhm.
dirty. I don't know how other the ones who bought the X, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you feel about it, but I felt like I got my money's worth, but not really because the system was capable of shining and doing much more. And then all of a sudden now, because you announced the Series X and you realize that the X is running games at 4K 60, like native. Some of these games are running at native 4K resolution and up to 60 FPS. So it's like, what the hell is the spin? What's the spin for the Series X about to be if you got the baby boy down here running these games at native 4K? So I felt like they played dirty and they killed it off. They killed it off
mhm.
because it was gonna outperform this. Well, not outperform the S as in Sam in frame rates, y'all, but it has a more powerful GPU, a 6 teraflop GPU, whereas the S is gonna have like a 4 teraflop GPU or something around that margin. Now the CPU is gonna be better, which will compensate and allow these 120 frames per second and all that, right? All the stuff that people seem to care about, even though they don't have 120 hertz displays. See, you got to realize, people, you need a display or a TV that could do the 120 hertz to see the benefits, the real
I,
benefits. Then they're
you
not going to have that
know,
many games, Peach, that's running in 120. They didn't even put out a list for the Xbox One X games. People, I was looking so hard on the internet trying to find these games that was supported or whatever, and it was like pulling teeth. But go ahead, though. I'm done with that.
oh no, it's like, and that's why I'm like, that's why I'm not even going to go into that talk about like what has more games or not, because like you guys said, they're also doing like they're taking a lot of Sony and like no say PlayStation and Xbox are pretty much taking a lot of games that are on this gen and they're just making them look better. So that's the whole thing that I'm starting to notice that everybody really wants to do. I'm not, that's why I say I prefer to wait till at least a year or two to get the game console and the games that are coming out with it because it might look really well. Like
I get you on
not just
that.
look really well, but play well a little bit. And
Yep. Oh, wow.
I actually want to try that new controller. I'm so used to the DualShock 4 and all that, but jump into another controller that's different, like a
Yeah.
different look and everything.
Yeah, with the
It's gonna
haptic
be something.
feedback.
It is gonna be a while before I get used to it. But also, I noticed that there were like little small things people are saying they're changed on the PlayStation is how the function of I guess the button is going to be different in Japan and
Hmm.
in the West. They said that they're I think it was the circle button, I believe, and that even small things like that kind of change a lot about PlayStation.
Yeah, and you're absolutely
And
right.
and also the culture of the PlayStation is changing for more of a Western type of feel than the Japanese type of feel kind of look to it. And that right there is going to be, I'm hoping that that doesn't bother, the Japanese culture because they don't like
Right.
when something changes, when something is new.
Yeah, that's a good point, and that's why they didn't accept the Xbox like that. I think part of the reason,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
why. And when you show that in that demo, that tech demo I watched, and they had
Yeah.
little compartment so you don't lose the screw and the
Hmm.
piece to. And that is something a custom in Japan because they're all about compatibility, keeping your things together. You don't
Yeah.
see that in the States. You don't see
Right.
us being
Some
really
people
cautious
really, some
about.
people ain't like that. They really are organized, but just not widespread. You're right.
It's not widespread, but out there, I noticed that they always turn everything a little compartment for almost every little thing. And I
Yeah.
and believe me, I bought stuff from um little small Japanese stores in my area, and they do have that whole like I kind of like it. I like it, but I always thought like, wow, this is a new culture shock for me as well because this PlayStation is it's not bad idea for what they did with the screws and everything, but it's just I guess I'm one of those people who are so used to the old style of it. Seeing it now, it's just it feels like a PC.
It didn't really look like a custom screw. I mean, I'm sure you can go in the hardware store maybe, and hopefully you can get that same screw. I
Yeah, I
hope.
hope it's not a
You know what
custom
I'm saying? 'Cause
screw. I'll be heckin' mad if it was.
the
Well,
heat,
Like,
people
please.
screws gonna be on the heating vent. That you know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff, man. Like it's gonna be crazy.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not a custom screw. I hope it's like the ones you just go to a hardware store because I
Drop my
know
damn
myself too
screw.
well. I have cats. I have
Yeah,
cats, so
yeah,
if I left that in there and they'll find a way to, if I know people might say it's silly, but yeah,
yeah. Drop my damn screw. I don't know where it is. It's in my shoe. Oh shit! I stepped on it. Yeah. So it's gonna be some craziness going on with that screw. But yo,
it will.
yeah.
I
But
can
the
see that now.
but yeah. But you definitely made me think right there though. About waiting. I want to go back to waiting when you touched on that, right? Peach, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, I'm the type of person I wait. This generation, I waited for so many games, y'all, to get patched because at the start of this generation, it was straight trash. Games was coming
Yeah,
out month after month, and they needed heavy patches and big patches and all this stuff to be patched up and all Fallout. I'm talking about even later on into the year with Fallout 76, games that was always gonna be good, but they just needed that extra time. That's why Bunny was mentioning how Bethesda doesn't have the best rap sheet right now and all that stuff. But so I'm the type of person where I want the game to be polished up and patched up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to sell
same,
myself short on the experience of the game. You feel me? So
same,
that's why
same
I
way.
waited for a game like God of War. I still haven't completed that yet. I made it to one of the first boss fights of the game, and then I stopped playing it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I want to wait for it on the PS5 because this game deserves a proper 60 FPS treatment. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm,
So that's the type of gamer I am. And again, that's a luxury, I think. That's the freedom of choice. You could wait. My friends was like, yo, you dumb. You straight stupid, bro. You gonna wait? Yeah, be a lamer then. Saying we had the term where you could be a gamer or a lamer. You know what I'm saying? A lamer is somebody that's not playing the latest games and stuff on time. I was a lamer, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, but I'm smart
oh,
though.
Lord.
I'm gonna wait, and the games that y'all throwing that $60 at, the next gen consoles are gonna come up, and you're gonna be like, man, can I borrow some bread, man, to get that next console? Because I ain't got it right now. I'm wise about that. I wisen up, Peach, because we threw away so much money on certain games, and I know you're guilty of it without even knowing you.
Yeah,
Bunny's guilty of it without even knowing her like that. I can tell you right now, we've all thrown away money, day one purchases that we know we didn't touch and wasn't gonna touch until later on because we had our minds wrapped in the Call of Duty, the 2K, the Madden, the PUBG, the FIFA, the Mario, the Zelda. You know what I'm saying? Like all that good stuff. So let me ask y'all this, Bunny. Let's start with Bunny first, because I know you out there getting your Pikmin on
I'll be
right
right
now. We're
back.
gonna Okay, Bunny, we're gonna go ahead and interrupt that.
uh huh.
Um, do you find yourself waiting to buy games now, or you just like to have them in your library? Like when a game like
Uh,
Pikmin 3 drops, you're gonna day one that, but how much time are you gonna put into that game? What's your gaming style?
See, the thing is with me, I do my research before I buy games. Like I look into games. Like here, I have a demo. If a game has a demo, oh, guess what? I am so playing that demo to see if I
Do
like
you
it.
go to Metacritic or
No,
IGN?
no. I go
Wow.
to because see the thing is with me, there are tons of games that I have absolutely loved playing, but IGN, Metacritic, and all that gives us shitty reviews.
In
And
some cases.
I've ended up loving the games.
Oh wow.
So for me, because I've realized that opinions out here are opinions. There's somebody else's view on what they thought of the game. So for me, like I know I'm buying Pikmin 3. I have no idea when I'm going to play it because one thing about Nintendo games, if you don't buy them when you see them, you may never get it on physical. And my space is getting limited for digital purchases.
Time for that
Um,
hard drive
and then for
or
me,
that whatever you call it on Switch. But
the
go
SD
ahead.
cards. But
Yeah.
for me, the type of gamer I am, I never stick with one game and beat it to the end. I'm a person who jumps around playing games.
And you're fine with spending 60 on that, knowing that?
Exactly, because I know what type of gamer I am. And it goes back to what makes me happy. I might come home one day from work and I want to play a game, but I don't want anything too labor intensive. So what do? I pull out one of my visual novels I have and play it. I come home maybe angry from work and I need to get some frustrations out. I might pull out what is that game? Darksiders Genesis. So I can do shoot up stuff. If I feel
Yeah.
like just doing cutesy exploration, it all I game based on my moods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you see me playing something ultra violent, you don't want to mess with me. Just walk away. You come into a room and you see me playing something ultra violent and see me screaming at a TV.
Yep.
You want to just turn around and walk away.
Well, that's when I like to see. I would like to try to interrupt right there because I feel like I had the ability to calm you down. I can help. See what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. Like with me and my mom, like if we get mad at each other, this is just how we are. We walk away.
Right.
We walk away, and that's how I am at work. If I get mad at you, I just walk away because I'm not ready for a confrontation. If it is a confrontation, one of us is walking away crying, and it's not going to be me. So when I'm playing something ultra violent, you can usually tell what mood I'm in by what I'm playing. If I'm playing something ultra violent, I'm most likely mad. If I'm
Okay.
playing a lot of multiplayer games, most likely I'm drunk. I love playing multiplayer games while drunk. That is the most fun.
I feel that.
When you
Now,
play like Splatoon or when I was playing World of Warcraft, I would always go into battlegrounds. When I was drunk, oh my god, I had a blast playing
yo, I
those
mean,
type of
I've
games when
definitely
I'm
been in that
drunk.
situation. I can't play no damn shooters like no Twitch shooters and stuff like Call of Duty and Doom and all that when I'm twisted or whatever. I'm feeling nice, but I get what you're saying though. And so it goes
So
back to that's your preference. So that's how you do your thing. I never knew that. All right.
yeah, I mean that's how you gotta think about it. Like so for me, I already know I'm a moody person. I already know. Like I even notice, like even my mom notices. People who really know me. They notice throughout the year my hobbies change.
Yeah.
Like now I'm getting back more into my crafting. It might be diamond painting. Like I tend to diamond paint more in the summer. I tend to knit and crochet more in the winter. I tend to do more also cross stitch in the winter. Video games, I tend to play more video games in the summer. I might slack off slightly in the winter playing video games unless
Boy, that's when
something.
I pick up because the
But
snow is out there. It just feels right.
Yes.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
see,
You feel me?
that's the reason I pick up my knitting and crocheting. Think about this. If I'm making a sweater or a blanket, that's hot as hell in the summer to crochet or knit on. You
Yeah.
can sit underneath the blanket while you're making the blanket and watch TV
Oh
being all
wow.
snugly warm. So that's what I'm saying. My moods, how my gaming style is my moods affect my gaming style very much.
But you don't seem like
Yeah.
you're always the same bunny to me. You know what I'm saying? You only whoop up on us when we go there. You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like,
see, and
other than
see,
that, you the same cool, level headed bunny.
yeah, and see, and that's the thing. I know how I am. Like right now, I'm sitting here playing Pikmin 3. How often, besides that one time playing Darksiders Genesis, how often do you see me streaming something which is ultra violent?
Not much.
So that's what I'm saying. I go out here and pay $60 knowing that I might start a game and I might not come back to it until when my mood wants me to play that type of game again.
And I don't know if I'm good with all that. I feel like my
Mm-hmm.
60 could have went to somewhere else. But go, Peach, what you were gonna say something? Or Bunny, what you
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like sometimes I like to go back and play games. Like I know I talked about this in other podcasts before, but Olden Spear is
Mm-hmm.
a really relaxing game. For some reason about that one, there's another game it is the same company from Vanillaware. Those games are relaxing, and I play those a little bit more because I love the story driven. So when it comes to like around winter, I usually play like a lot of story driven games, like stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, those type of games.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm the same way. My moods affect like wherever I play, wherever mood I'm in, I'll play it. Like maybe I want to play a shooter, I'll just put on maybe. I don't really have a lot of shooters, but if I'm in the mood for a shooter game, I'll not really a shooter looter. Mostly, I'm more of a shooter looter kind of person, so I'll play Destiny.
Yeah.
And even that right there, I like to go and just like I want to go play Destiny. I'll down. Well,
That's a
not
good
really.
one to play. And if you want to unwind, you can run some strikes. You could do whatever you want to
Oh
do.
yeah,
Run
I love
missions.
doing the
Yeah.
strike moves. Those are so much fun. I don't know about you
Mhm.
guys, but really, I don't have a lot of people I could play with. So I'm just like, I have to find a clan that's available for me to play. But even sometimes I had to like, I don't want to feel like playing that. And that's one thing I noticed where in the gaming, like everyone, like you said, everyone wants to get the latest game, but don't realize that people go by how they feel or we're in the mood in.
Yeah,
And
that's a fact.
you just don't want to, you have your type of genre that you enjoy, and RPGs is another relaxing thing, so you have to really find something that makes you feel comfortable. And yeah, I like playing some violent games, but sometimes it's overly stupid violent. I don't play them that much
Well,
'cause
that
that's
it,
just me.
yeah, but I'm saying I never really paid attention to the mood. Now, if a game pisses me off, I'm shutting it down. I'm not breaking my controller though.
Exactly.
I hope y'all never threw your controllers against
Oh,
the wall
that's
and broke them. Hey, chat, let
that's
us know if y'all ever threw a controller against the wall and broke it, man. If you ever punched a hole in the wall and stuff over a game, let us know if y'all can, because I hope not.
nope.
I can't break my stuff that I paid money for. I'm real cognizant of that. That's something I can't see myself doing. I've never done it. Now, hey, but I know some people who has broken controller after controller after controller. I know there's one cat that threw a controller at his TV, cracked his TV screen. I don't know how it gets to that level. You talk about moods. I don't know, y'all.
I think I kind of know what you're talking about.
I hope you never did it. Don't tell me, Peach. Don't tell me you raged out here.
I've been having the same controller since I bought it. And then the only time it breaks is because I overused it. And it was like, okay. And I got a new one just this year. So it was this is my very first replacement of my controller.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
good. That's very good. Now, damn, it was something else because when Bunny said something that I wanted to kind of have her elaborate on, but I can't remember it now. But it'll come back to me hopefully before the end of the show. But I want to go back to the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we got to do. We got to highlight the chat, the people that came to hang out with us on this nice Sunday night. Grand Blue. I keep seeing this Fatal Charade right here. I got Grand Blue Fantasy. I never played.
It's a great mobile game. It started and then now is going and now it has its own fighting game. Plus, In PS5, they just talked about it might the relink might be coming on the PS5 and also PC.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. It just sounds like
It's
the
a
type of
really
game. It's an
fun game.
RPG.
Yeah,
It's got to be an RPG. All right.
it is. It is. It's an RPG. Its RPG is coming out on the PlayStation 5 and and also PC, and the fighting game is on the PC and the PlayStation 4 right now. And you could also the game is really fun, and like all the characters, because I already did a demo of it.
Yeah.
And I loved it. They didn't have a practice mode, so you just had to play with the people and wish the best that you were good at it. But they just came out one of my favorite characters. Came out on my birthday actually, and I was like, dang, I want this game so bad. I was gonna get it, but I was like, I was gonna wait till relink. But now they say it's gonna be on PS5. I said, well, might as well get the verses.
Yo, that's something. Now, Uncompetitive right here says Nintendo has more innovative gameplay than Microsoft and Sony put together. Do y'all agree?
Depends. It actually depends.
All right, is Bunny back, or is she still?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. What do you think, Bunny? Nintendo has more innovative gameplay than Microsoft and Sony combined.
They can. It all depends on what the game is, because they do come out with some craziness. I mean, come on now. Who would have thought of putting in bloody cardboard?
Yo.
I mean, you see what I mean? And it became popular.
Yeah, I'm saying like that's something I would have been like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Look at Pikmin here.
Yeah, Pikmin is the truth. Now I remember the first one. I told you, getting my ship and everything, and man, it was just trying to find those things that I needed to go get my ship to go to the next. Yo, that was dope. I do remember playing that. I think it was on GameCube, right?
The first one was on.
Yeah, that was the truth. That Star Wars and whatever else, man. It was some dope games. I mean, I told you. But I love Nintendo games.
Look at Animal Crossing. Look at everybody loves Mario, Zelda, and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is look at some of the games that's come out, like Splatoon. Who would have ever thought a third-person shooter with ink, and you're a squid kid, would become during the time of its release would become the number 2 shooter in the world?
Well, I know. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wonder if something like Fall Guys will threaten that in any way. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Guys, I don't know if the popularity is still there or if it's falling off right now or what, but Fall Guys would seem like one of those games that was capable of reaching that kind of status.
It is. It's still super popular. People are waiting to see if it comes. Like, everybody's begging for it to come to Switch.
That's going to be, see, that's a game that, it's going to happen. I can guarantee you right now. I'm saying it's going to happen right now because I know it just makes sense for both sides. Yo, Fatal Charade said, I've thrown controllers over Sekiro and fighting games, but I've always tossed them towards soft surfaces. Because people are not trying to break their stuff, man. You got to go out here and pay $60 for another one, or $150 or $200 damn near for the Elite 2. So yeah, man, that's crazy. And then let's see. Oh, Uncompetitive said, I'd die if I broke my plasma. The gas is poisonous. Yo, absolutely. Plasma TVs, man. But plasmas are the best gaming TVs. I can't lie. I played on the plasma and there's no input latency. I can tell you that right now. No input lag.
But see, that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. It like, if you get so angry at a game that you have to throw your controller at it, either that game is not for you, or you need to go get anger management issues.
Nah, they're in the mood. If you're having a rough day, you go to your games to relieve stress. If the game pisses you off and that stress is not relieved, what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, but
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
but that's the thing. You go
We're
and
talking
play
about moods
games.
now. We're talking about
You
moods.
go to play games to relax, but yet the game is making you angrier than when you started.
It's the same with music, Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Same with music. When I wanna go out and do something crazy, before we went to the club and everything, we would listen to some club music, some nice dope club music. But we was
Mm-hmm.
go out there ready to go get in a fight or something in the hood or whatever the case is. We gonna listen to some Biggie or some Pac or something like that. It's ride out music. You know what I mean? So it, it, it it's interesting that we're talking about it because damn, I never put that into perspective when it comes to gaming.
I
Crazy.
mean, you gotta think when you think about your gaming habits. Like literally, sit and think about. Everybody needs to do this. Sit and think about when you decide to play whatever game you're playing. What mood were you in when you were playing that game? Like I said, if you were playing a game, if you're a person who plays one type of game all the way through and you never put in another game till that game ends, do you, if you don't feel, if you're not feeling that game, do you go to that platform or do you go to another platform and pick something else based on your
I go to
mood?
another platform, pick something else up that I'm feeling.
You see what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I cannot lie to you. So, man, that's interesting. What did you want to talk about something that before we get ready to close? Not closing out right now. We still have 10 minutes, but did you want to go with something else that you wanted to get into?
No, because like I said, we hit everything as we hit everything because I mean that's the way we go.
All right. Well,
What else
I
did you want to hit?
I'm. Hey, thank you for asking. All right. The tech. I got to go back to the technology side of the whole thing, right? I know it doesn't really matter to you, but AMD versus Nvidia, right?
I like
AMD seems to
Nvidia
have
better. I like Nvidia better than
why.
AMD's.
You got to give me a why. See, I like Nvidia better because they're streaming like the NVEC encodings software or whatever
I'm gonna be
the
straight
processor that they
honest with
have for
you.
streaming. I
Um,
feel like Nvidia is superior because of the streaming aspect with the NVENC technology.
it's not even that for me. It's like I've had AMD graphics cards and I've had Nvidia graphics cards.
Hmm.
And prior to my MSI, I've had two custom built systems.
Yep.
I've always burnt through an AMD. Playing like World of Warcraft, things like that. AMD does not last for me with graphics cards. Like if I
Well,
had to look at how many times I've had to replace my AMD graphics cards versus my Nvidia graphics cards, I've had to replace my AMD graphics cards more than my Nvidia ones.
damn.
So that's the reason I always gravitate towards Nvidia. Now in processors, I've had both like Intel and Nvidia. I mean not Nvidia, but AMD
AMD. Yeah.
processors. I prefer the Intel processors over the AMD processors. I think my custom build I have in my closet right now I think it's running an AMD. I'm not positive. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But I know my first one had an AMD, and I think this one has an AMD because AMD is actually cheaper to build than Intel.
And that's my point that I was going into. Go ahead.
So AMD is cheaper, most likely cheaper than Nvidia. But my thing is if I'm replacing two graphics cards, and that could have equated to that one Nvidia card, I'm going to drop the money and get the Nvidia card because I
I
already know it's going to last longer for me.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can't. I'm telling you right now. The only issue I had with my Nvidia card because I've had AMD cards and I switched over to Nvidia's Fermi card, which was loud as hell. You talk about the jet engine, the 480, the GTX 480. I had that one, the highest end one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That joint was super loud and it gave out after a few years of use, but they sent me a 960. So I was joking around with the guys at the shop or whatever. I was like, yo man, if you got a 980, because I really was joking, like if you got a 980, you can send me one of those back instead of that 480. So the guy he laughed or whatever, and then they ended up shipping me a 960 fresh brand new and
Mm-hmm.
for my replacement instead of sending me a 480 back. But so that was dope. So I from then on out, I went Nvidia. I can't lie, but AMD is in all of these systems. They're in all the consoles. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation, Xbox, next gen consoles, or whatever. They're in these current gens. So it's kind of like, damn. So when I was talking about price earlier, when it comes to Microsoft being able to take a loss and just make like 1,000 super elite consoles, and I talked about this on the show before. I think it's doable, and I would shell out that cash to get true PC level. And I know people are gonna say, "Yo, if you want a PC, get a PC," but a lot of people don't like PCs. They don't want to go through the hassle. I know I heard Z talking about it today on his show, like how he just liked the convenience of the whole thing, jumping in with your friends and being on the being able to hop in the game, not having to worry about driver updates and all the BIOS updates and crashes and
But
memory
you have
reseating and all this stuff, bunny and all that. Like it's a lot that goes with PC gaming,
but you
you
have
know?
to worry about that when you jump on your console and it has an update that might take 2 to 3 hours. Your
Yeah, but that's just one
console
push of a
itself.
button. Sometimes you can set it to automatic and the update's done overnight. So
And you
nah,
can set your
console is
and
not.
you can set your computer updates to automatic also.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though
I
with the
mean, let me
drivers
let me
and
let me be honest with you.
all right, go
PC
ahead.
gaming today is a hell of a lot easier than when I started 20 years ago.
Yes, it is.
20 years ago, we didn't have Bluetooth. We didn't have it where we could automatically update it. I got my computer set to where I can, when I log out, it says update and shut down. Yep, update and shut down. I have it set. If I leave my computer on, I have it set to where it starts at 3 a.m., automatically doing all updates. It scans everything and it does all my updates for me. They have it now to where you don't have to use a mouse and keyboard for PC. When I started 20 years ago, that was almost the only option you had unless you had a wired controller, and some games didn't even accept wired controllers.
Yeah,
Now
but I'm
you
talking about
have
BIOS updates and stuff that's required for issues to get fixed and troubleshot and
all
stuff
that
like that to
stuff.
upgrade your whole BIOS.
All that you can set to automatic. So what's
BIOS update?
I said I've never had to do a BIOS update. I just let it
I don't know
update.
me, and that's what I'm saying.
I
So,
just
so I
let
know
it
with the BIOS
automatic.
update, they recommend that you unplug all your cables and everything that's attached to the computer and stuff. Man, that's a critical update.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I get what you're saying though. All the other updates, yes, like
okay,
software and Windows and all that.
I've never had to update my BIOS on none of my PCs.
Oh well, Fatal Ray said they're not up necessary for gaming. I'm saying, but what about the issues though? Like when people are having freezing and crashing and all that stuff. I'm just saying, like,
That might not be the BIOS because I had that happening when my graphics card was dying once.
oh, okay. Well, the direction I was really trying to go, right, is the fact that AMD is out here because these companies know that AMD offers a great value or whatever, but a lot of people are interested in NVIDIA cards. And it's kind of like you said, you're willing to overpay for that performance and that brand. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess NVIDIA has that in the bag as far as the reliability and everything, I guess. So the consoles being so, what I'm saying is, I wish that they would just, come out with something on these consoles, right? Just separate from the pack and give us the ultra high end. And I know that's what the Series X is supposed to be, but the Series X is not about to run everything at 4K 120.
But see, there's the thing. The game, okay, so you want a high end PC put into consoles, basically.
I basically want a high end console, ultra high end, the best of the best.
You want an ultra high end
But I don't
console.
want it to be extra work for the developers. They have to port the games
But
anyway. They got to port the
they
game to the weaker system because there's still weaker systems on both on Microsoft side.
exactly. I
And
mean,
Sony has the same hardware in both, but one just doesn't have the Blu-ray drive and stuff. But they got to port the game anyway across multiple platforms. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, that's my dream, and I'm never gonna give up on it.
and that's the thing. But you also have to think about it like this. You get those ultra high green creamy graphics and all that ultra high end console. Okay? By time that bitch release, it's already outdated. Think about it.
Hey, that's
That's
all
the
technology though, Bunny. That's all technology
I
right
mean, but
now.
that's my point. You're wishing for this, but by time it releases, guess what? It's going to be already outdated.
Don't matter because it's still going to be outperforming everything that's underneath it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you don't have to worry about that mid-gen refresh because you just offered the best for that generation that can last you the entire generation instead of saying,
I
"Here's the
mean, to be,
pro,
I
here's the
mean,
super pro."
but here's the thing. What was the differences in the Pro?
Other gamers,
Huh? What was the difference in the Pro versus the original PS4? And I think
the pro is all right. It has like up to 3 point
I'm
something more
losing you.
teraflops and a little bit higher clock CPU. Games look amazing on the Pro, Bunny, compared to the PS4 at 1080p. You know what I mean? Boost mode, all this other stuff, rapid pack math. All these things are happening on the PS4 Pro to make these games like God of
But
War
to
and
be
Ghost of
honest with
Tsushima.
you,
If you see Ghost of Tsushima right now on the PS4 Pro, you'll say, "Why the hell do I need a PS5?" That's how good it looks.
okay, so let's okay, I understand that. But if you already know that the technology is going to be outdated when you release the console, you already know that's going to happen. You already know it's going to be the case. You automatically know there's going to be a mid-gen refresh for people like you who want crispier graphics. Those mid-gen refreshes and things like
I
that
don't want a
happen.
refresh. I'm telling you,
You don't, but see, that's the thing. Then that means
I want the equivalent
your
of a
cons,
RTX 3080.
but your console region, that console region is to give you more power. If you're already releasing the system and it's already outdated the moment it releases, you're already looking towards the next big thing.
And that's what I'm saying. That's just me. I'm a
There's that
small,
so
probably
so
2%
but
percentile,
see,
you know?
there's the thing. What you are wishing to achieve is utopia, and that's never going to happen.
Nah, it's realistic, Bunny. It's realistic. They can do it. It's just that they don't have to make that many. So all the people that might be saying
And
they
look
might,
at
oh,
what
why are they going to do that? That would just not,
and look at what
like they ain't got to make. They make 1,000 of them. See how they go. See how it goes. Make a
look
1,000.
at look at what Fatal
They'll fly off the
Sherrod
shelf.
look at what Fatal Sherrod just said. He said the Pro has slightly stronger GPU and I think more RAM and faster CPU. Games
Right.
look the same on the Pro versus the Slim. The Pro just ran them at a faster frame rate.
I disagree because they had different modes for visual quality and performance. I know what he's saying. The textures and stuff wasn't. They didn't receive upgraded textures and stuff like 4K textures and all that. But those games look beautiful, man. I had both. You know what I'm saying? And I know that, and there's a difference. It's like the One X was even more pronounced coming from the base model Xbox One and the S. So that's what I'm saying. But what about? So all I'm asking y'all, because people don't seem like they don't tend to think it makes sense, right? But Bunny, an all-out console for somebody that's willing to pay 9.99. You
And
get
how
what I'm
many
saying? 9.99.
and how many people are willing to do that considering people are screaming about
Bunny,
six
more than you think.
how many people are willing to do that considering right
More than you
now,
think.
wait a minute, considering right now Xbox is making it so people can finance a 299 system. People are already screaming about $60 games and that they're not going to buy a game till it comes to their $15 a month Game Pass.
Bunny, more than you think, Bunny. More than you
More,
think. There's people who are out here buying
I mean,
two
like,
systems and stuff at launch. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Two
there,
systems at launch just for the hell of it. Sell. They want to sell one. They want to put one in the bedroom. They want to put one in the living room. So That's what I'm saying. There's people out there, Bunny. There's more than you think that will
But
drop that thousand and say,
if
"I
they're
got the
buying,
best of the best. I don't have to worry about a mid-gen refresh. Let's go." I'm up
I
here with the PC
mean,
boys right now, high end, ultra
wait a
settings.
minute.
Let's go.
I am. Oh, okay, that's what happened. Okay.
All
One
right, and then
second.
I'm
Wait a minute.
done
I'm
with it.
trying.
Once you chime in, I'm done with it. I'm not gonna keep going on and on because I know how I
Nah,
sound.
it's
I just
actually.
want one person to say, "No, I understand where you're coming from, Project Storm."
But see, that's the thing. You know for a fact you will never get that with me because I'm realistic. And Darklink is who subscribed. Okay, I gotta tell Darky thanks. But that's we're gonna leave it off at that tonight. Peach, you're still here?
She might have dipped out for a minute.
All right, so guys, this is the end of Ying Mix Yang of Gaming, episode number 7. I would like to
Honey.
thank. Hey, welcome back, Peach. We're about
Welcome
to
back.
do outros here. Why don't you tell people what you're doing for the weekend? What's going on?
The
Oh, and
week,
This
oh,
week.
the
we
week
do.
starting. You
Uh,
mean this week? Yeah, the week. I was
yeah,
about to say the weekend's over now.
Yeah, this week
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have some more announcements this week. So stay tuned following Project Storm and mine's Twitter. You can find me at SnowBunny426. Project Storm, where can they find you at on Twitter?
Find me at the Nephophiliac. That's TheNephophilac. That means someone who loves clouds because I'm on my cloud gaming thing right now. So you can find me out there on Twitter. Just look for Project Storm. You know what I
Peach, where
mean?
can they find you at on Twitter? And wherever you want to
This
be find them.
this is Peach, or we go by Tron on Galactic Cutie. No, no, I like that name because I always love space stuff. But other than
Feel
that,
you.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you can find me on Twitter mostly.
And let's give some shout outs here. Fatal Sharad, thank you for showing up. Also, everybody, if you don't know about Crumbside Championship Wrestling, go over to check out Fatal Sharad's channel. He is great at it. It is hilarious. Reminds me of Celebrity Deathmatch, but it includes all the gamers in the Crumbside wrestling against each other. Go check out Fatal Sharad's channel. Uncompetitive, I know it's super late for you. Thank you for coming in all the way from the UK. Ryan, thank you for showing up this week. Umar, first time I think I've seen you here. Thanks for coming. We're here every Sunday, usually at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see who else we had pop in here. I know Darklink popped in here. Thanks for
Yep.
the sub.
Said
And
Ryan already.
yep, I
Ryan.
got Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan's always here.
Let's see.
Fugly, thank you, Fugly, for showing up. It's great seeing you all the time. And then
Uh,
let's see
it was
here.
Dirt. I know Dirt Riggedy showed up in the building.
Yes,
Uh,
Dirt was here for a few minutes. Thank you, Dirt.
Cyber Dragon.
Yes, Cyber Dragon, thanks for tuning in. Titanfall Princess, girlfriend, I gotta get you on the show. Thank you for coming out and enjoying rocking out with us today. I think this is your first time showing up, also. Thanks for coming. So, guys, you know where you can find me. Ryan, thank you for subscribing, Ryan. Where you can find me. You can find me on Snow Bunny Gaming. You see me every Sunday with me and Project Storm and various other people every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Snow Bunny Gaming.
Yeah, Charles was here. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss anybody. Charles was
Oh,
up in
yeah.
here too. Stadium
Yes.
Revolution. So many people, man. Thanks for hanging out with us,
Thanks for
y'all.
showing up and hanging out with us. You'll see us again next Sunday. Like I said, follow me and Project Storm's Twitter handles. We're gonna have some announcements coming up this week. Um, let's see here. Also, you can find myself, Project Storm, MM2K, Dirk Griggity. You can find all of us over on the PNTS network. So go to PNTSnetwork.com and find out more information from creators that you like. Everybody, have a wonderful week. Remember, keep tabs on our Twitter pages. We're going to have information for you this week. You guys want to say any more closeouts?
No, I'm just saying you can find me here on YouTube as well. Just look for the logo, Project Storm. You know, see this logo right here with the cloud. Might be doing some upgrading soon when it comes to that. So I make a variety of 4K content, y'all. So stop through if you feeling so inclined. You know what I'm saying? Leave a like, a subscription, or whatever. You know, help channel out, and I'll be appreciative of that. That's about it.
Also, you can find me also on the round table, and as Tron as usual. And yeah, this we're random.
Here it is, as random as can be.
Yes, you're on the most random podcast there is for content. We're steady with every week, but every week we never know what we're talking about. So,
Never. We just it
guys,
Yes.
goes with the flow.
have a wonderful week. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Keep tabs on our Twitter handles, and we're out.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.